All right, we are going to use Adobe Express to make a bouncing head Lobo animation with some text to go with it. And at first I was going to use an Illustrator file to do this because it's kind of easy to do in Adobe Express. And as the first Adobe Express assignment of the class, I thought that might be a good idea. But you can create basically Adobe Illustrator kind of artwork with ChatGPT. So this is like an illustration type artwork. And I think it's more fun to use your own file than some stock graphic from the web. So let's do it. All right. So get an image that you want to turn into an illustration. And so I grabbed this Lobo mascot Sonoma X image. And that's all you need. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and create a new chat. And let's try it. Create illustration. I think I got a little chat when it did it. All right, so illustration image style. All right, I went to the top here. Illustration image style. And I got some chat. And it said, it gave me some options. And I said flat vector is what I wanted, right? So I wanted like a Illustrator flat vector style, and I got that. So create. Okay, so I tried doing this with Canva as well. All right, you could go to Canva, open it, and then go to a blank page and have the AI create something for you with Ask Canva. You can bring in an image, right? Or make an image. And I wanted to like pass a reference image. Anyway, Canva lets you do it, but it's not as good, right? I think my result was like, no, it was this one, right? Which is not as good. So you could try doing it with Canva. Canva does have some advantages. The magic grab tool helps redraw the neck, which could be kind of nice if you're moving in. So Canva is nice, but let's try to do this with Adobe Express. Once ChatGPT does its thing. All right, so we came into Adobe Express, and then you get the head on a transparent background, you get the body on a transparent background, and you can't regenerate the neck. All right, so that AI of the magic grab tool in Canva is kind of nice, but it's not necessary, right? So once you get them onto two separate pieces on a transparent background, you could try to do it with the original background, but I think for this example, it's better. It's easier because, again, you would have to redraw the background if you're using a background. Okay, we're going to roll with it. It's different, right, than my last one, which I got. So, you never know with the ChatGPT. Last time, illustration image style, and then flat vector from the chat got me this, but I'll go with the new one. So get something that basically doesn't have shadows, shading. It's just one flat. There's no drop shadow. It doesn't look 3D or less dimensionality. All right, so I'm gonna actually remove the background. You never know how ChatGPT versus Canva versus Adobe Express is gonna do with removing the background. Sometimes it like removes the eyes, the white of the eyes. So I'm gonna download it. But while I'm just kind of curious how ChatGPT does. Okay, so download it, head over to Adobe Express, or open a new tab and do express.adobe.com. And we might as well use the image size. Let's double check. All right, so it's good. The hands are all visible. Everything is visible. All right, so from the Adobe homepage, click on the upper left. You can get rid of this top tab if you don't want it. And then start from your content. So I'm going to drag my Lobo and edit the original. Oh, remove backgrounds already there. Let's grab the original. And then I can add a page, same size, just in case like I mess up and I want to kind of use, so I have to go back and start all over. All right, so now I got it. Let's do remove background just to see how it does. And let's change the background color to none. And none. I hit blue on accident, and it does a good job, right? So we could take a little closer look. Do some command plus zoom in, and it looks good. 9 out of 10, good. So I don't know if that finger's going off the edge, but I could hit the right arrow to move it to the right a hair. Then Command Z, click on it, shift right, too far, left arrow one at a time without shift. Okay, so now we want to make a couple more pages and get a plus page here on the right. Done with editing the background. So plus page, same size for the body, and plus page, same size for the head. And then copy or duplicate, Command C. Change pages, paste it, Command V. Change pages, paste it, Command V. And I don't know, I like that checkerboard, right? I think that, I know the default's white, and you can keep it that way. But just, I don't know, it's Photoshop is the default is checkerboard transparent. Okay, so we need to make one of these our head. So I'm gonna do spacebar and then Command plus a bunch and then drag down. So we're looking just at the head. I'm gonna add brightness here because it's kind of dark. So it's the neck region has that shadow. So it's hard to see kind of where the neck, where the different things start and end, where the edge is. All right, brightness up. And good. I guess I should be consistent. So 85 on this one. If I go over to the other side, I should be consistent. Okay, so now I can get rid of the adjust. I can click on the image, go to the erase, and let's see. I'm going to bring up the size of my brush here. So I kind of want to, like, you look at the arm has that black stroke, kind of the outer black color, and so I kind of want to like go for the chin to be about, Command Z, switch from quick select to circle brush, and then about the middle for now to start. Hardness 90 is fine, you could go 100, but all right, so that a little higher up. I'm looking at the chin, like, I guess because there's that. Okay, so that's good. And then you kind of go to a couple other spots in the image, and it's kind of like connecting the dots. So looking at that shoulder area, and I'm gonna have to switch brush, or I'm gonna have to make my brush a little smaller, but all right, so I kind of have a good starting spot. Now I can go back to my original spot and kind of connect the dots and brush up. And the key is to zoom in and use a smaller brush. So I'm kind of, for demo purposes, going kind of fast, but right. So if I were to command plus, and then drop my brush side down, I could kind of get in here and really be a little more careful. And you don't want any like circular edges, like the image was hit by a golf ball. So so that's good. And let me just brush size down to finish up in here. One more going this way. All right, so a little different there, but that's fine. Okay, pretty good. I'm zoomed in. I can't tell the percent I'm zoomed in. 150 at the top. All right, now I can make my brush huge, and I can brush away everything else. I'm gonna not adjust the bounding box so that it does snap into place. So done. And now I can do the same thing over here. I wish there was probably a way to invert the selection, but yeah. It'd be easier to do with Photoshop or Affinity. All right, so I want to change the edit, adjust brightness to 85. How did ChatGPT do? Whoa, ChatGPT redrew it into something. All right, so you never know. All right, so get rid of the adjustments for now. Command plus, zoom way in, and scroll down. Now we kind of want the inverse, so I'm going to kind of click on the image, erase button, and maybe make my brush like 50, maybe leave it at 90. And I'm going to try to kind of save as much as I can, but get rid of like what I don't need. All right, so something like right there, and then same thing going out. I guess that might be like a noticeable edge, right? If it does animate a lot, someone might be like, whoa, what's going on? So, all right. Again, zooming in helps. So Command plus, and then you can kind of nail the selection pretty good. Or, like I said, try Canva's magic grab tool, where you grab the head and then it separates it, right? So if you come to Canva and try your original image and you do edit and grab, and you paint over the head, magic grab, come on, magic grab, and it doesn't really detects the whole body, but right, if you kind of paint over what you want to keep, like the head, and then do grab, it'll redraw the neck and even redraw like the forest in the background, right? So see how it kind of did that for me? But you do want to zoom in and check how it did like along the chin. It is nice too if sometimes you have like jagged hairy edges on the bottom, so like the fur detail, you can't really fit the brush in there and those kind of right angle edges. Okay, back to our task at hand. Distraction. Command minus. Getting close here. Paint the rest of the head away. And done. And now we got head and body. Let's make a new page, just not to mess anything up. Put the body on it. Oh, the body got a new bounding box. So Command C to Command V, gets pasted in place. You could put a new background on it. Let's see how the head lost its bounding box too. All right, so Command C, Command V. All right, now they're on two independent layers. You can see on the right, and we just need you can give it a custom background color if you want to go to the page background. I got some of the light blue defaults, but you could put a pink or whatever background on it. So, or a gradient to get a photo, right? Go to add content. But let's animate it, right? So here, now that we got the two pieces on independent layers, we can do an in setting, which I think I did I don't know, pop in, and then a loop of pulse, and then the body stayed still. I added some text, so I got the type tool, and I added some text, search text. I think I did like graduate. No, add your text. I don't want any of these other. You could use some of these if you think they work, these pre-made styles. So I want, can't really see it, the black font. Before I go to animate the text, right, I want to edit it so it looks good. And I used, instead of Source Sans 3, I used like a graduate font, graduate regular. Change the color to white, and then I just changed the text to Lobo and moved it to kind of the middle. By default, it's left justified. I think center aligns better. And then I option drag the text out so it's big, kind of in between the hands. And I added a little bit of an outline to it of white just to kind of thicken it, make it bold. It was kind of nice. I did like the setting. I don't need timing right quite yet. Sorry. The L and O, there's a little bit less space than like these three letters. And I was able to go in and change the letter spacing or kerning of just those three to make it kind of match on the left. So pretty cool. I don't think you can do that with Canva. You can kind of highlight things and change them, even though I did mine too much. You can mess with yours and get it perfect. All right. And then once you have your text, go to effects, animation, and I think I just did like a flicker. No, it was like a let's go pulse again. I don't know. You can mess with the animation presets. So all right. So once you get your animations, it would have been nice if I could come in here and do add content, generate AI, and do some like generative AI video effects, but I don't have those features, so I can't do that. So let's export a GIF, download, and MP4 GIF. Download, medium's fine. You can bump it up. Drag it to the desktop, open a new tab, and whoa, Lobo animated. Have fun with it. I look forward to seeing your Lobos, and have fun.